EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Soldier Field. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
What is it on?
Here's Williams to begin with a pass. Pass complete. Luther Burden. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
He completes it to Hutchinson. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
What is up?
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, what is it on?
Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down.
Third down.
Volunteer! Volunteer! Watch Spurs! Vegas!
To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Now he'll work his way out right. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
Every team in the league has their own set of scramble rules. And what that means, Mike, is when the pocket breaks down and the quarterback gets flushed, Everyone understands, based on where they are in the field, how they can remain friendly to the quarterback. Great execution here, leads to a nice game.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Throwing on second down, Williams. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A big mistake. It was first and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down. First down, Chiefs. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Here we go. Finish up.
On the handoff, it's Mitchell heading right. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Damone Clark there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Bears first down.
6-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Finish up. Thing gets back.
Now Williams. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Mitchell is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead.
Bears 7, Chiefs nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes White. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. A gain of 48.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone,
to the goal line and in. Elijah Higgins. Touchdown, KC. That his second TD catch of the season. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
tie, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Ready to up. Airhead, 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 airhead.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Williams to throw on second down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
It is third and long.
Vegas, Vegas. Ready to up. Hard stop. Yeah. Level.
Throwing is Williams. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Higgins sent in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Second down, they need 7. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right, and he's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. That his first touchdown of the new year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Williams going to try again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They'll run, it's out of the gun, and it's Mitchell. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
The throw is Williams. That's outlasting, complete to Burton. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. He gets free inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Williams. This one complete right side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
The 24-yard line.
Throwing again, Williams. Throwing right, it's taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now after that last play, we have an injured bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue. Because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Mahomes now back near his own goal line. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is what they call an angle route, and what's so hard for these linebackers is it looks like the running back is just trying to beat you to the flat. And then once you overcommit, he puts his foot down and crosses your face, and he's wide open in the middle of the field.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
43!
Mahomes now on second down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6, which makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Hey, 40, yellow.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20 yards on that pass play. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Fight on these two.
1st down.
Throwing again. It's Mahomes. Quick throw. Taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way...
he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
25 yards on the play. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yellow.
1st down.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. That one, take it in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC.
Kansas City.
And the show continues. What a 1st half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. They're going to stop him in his tracks right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Martin Emerson on the tackle.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
One more time. He'll keep it on the grass. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion now is White.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Mahomes now to throw again. He'll air one out for Higgins. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. Big play for KC. It's a gain of 34. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, You're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mitchell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down.
Yes. Tempo.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. Going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Higgins sent in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Yellow.
Pacheco. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Play action here. Mahomes out to his right. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Elijah Higgins. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now Butker to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will add one more onto their big lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Moving outside the pocket, he keeps it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Ready to run!
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
That's out left and complete to Burton. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Vegas!
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. They convert with a gain of 15.
And that's a big-time effort on 4th down. If he doesn't come up with this ball, Mike, they turn it over on downs, but instead, not only does he lay out and make a terrific catch, they get a fresh set of downs here and now see if they can finish this thing off and come away with some points.
Running is Mitchell. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not out. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He completes it to Hutchinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Connection made, it's Burton. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st down, right back to Mitchell. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken
He
down.
was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8.
Ready, throw.
To throw, it's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Ready, throw.
Now Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Chiefs 38, Bears 14. Cairo Santos to kick off.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes White. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll let one go down the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Wes Watkins going to bring it back.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
22. Yes, 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 yes.
Here's Williams. That one's complete. It's Keaton Mitchell. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Williams. To the left side, he finds Kraft. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 15 on that game. First down, Chicago.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
2nd and 17 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Williams. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball, and he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd and a long way to go. Throwing is Williams. He's going to look for the home run ball. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Yes, yes, yes. Level, level.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He's into space past the 25. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Duvernay on the return. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That pass is caught by Burden. And he's Brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Rushed. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Yes, yes.
Third and long. Here's Williams. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll air it out down the middle. And the Chiefs will take over possession here at the 44. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Yellow.
Higgins sent in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. A give here to Pacheco. And he will power his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs stretch things out even further.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision, as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. I tell the Chiefs, watch it. Do it. Ready, sir.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Coming up.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Williams now to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Whiskey!
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and 1. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 9-yard line. A huge run from Pacheco. 38 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Pacheco, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
They'll go with him again. the city. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
That's a 48-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they do it in blowout fashion. We thought this might be a competitive battle. It was anything but. Points came early and often. They cruised to an easy victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.